Last night it was a wild one at the Coliseum. The return of Dallas Braden didn't start off too hot for the green and gold, but the A's rallied behind him to even up the score. Then in the 10th inning, plenty of action and hot tempers. But in the end, the A's hottest hitter, Kevin Kuzminoff, played hero with a walk-off 2-out single, sending the Athletics Nation home happy. Today, they're back at it for some day baseball in the rubber game of the series. Red Sox, A's, next. Well, nothing better than day baseball from the Coliseum. It is a gorgeous afternoon. And Kevin Kuzminoff, one of the heroes last night, and the Athletics are going to try to take the series from the Boston Red Sox. A big crowd is expected. And again, blue skies above. So it's the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's day baseball from the Coliseum. And you'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball, along with Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, beautiful weather and a terrific pitching matchup. Gio Gonzalez and Clay Buchholz. Buchholz an all-star. Gio Gonzalez just continues to impress us, so we are looking forward to that matchup.
You know, Gio coming off a win against the Royals in his last start, following the all-star break, went 7 solid innings. And, of course, he loves to pitch day games here at the Coliseum because he likes to wear the black top jersey, the alternate jersey for the Athletics. But no doubt Terry Francona and John Farrell, the pitching coach of the Red Sox, happen to get Clay Buchholz back. He was activated prior to this game to pitch against the Athletics this afternoon. He's been on the disabled list, so they're starting to get some of their players back. And it starts with Clay Buchholz, who has won 10, been a very good pitcher for the Red Sox in the first half of the season.
And the A's are hot. They've won 6 out of their last 7. A win today, and they get over the 500 mark. So that is their goal for this afternoon, with an off day coming up tomorrow. So it's the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox coming up from the Coliseum. We'll have lineups and first pitch in just a moment.
Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
Rubber game of the series from the Coliseum. Gio Gonzalez would try to get the A's a win and get his 9th win of the year. So we're just moments away from first pitch. A's and the Boston Red Sox. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open daily. Beautiful day. 63 degrees, some clouds overhead, and a very, very nice crowd is expected. The number I saw was maybe close to 30,000 in that area somewhere, so that's nice to see. Bob Davidson's back in the house. I'm sure he slept well last night. He had a busy night, especially late in the game. He'll be at third base this afternoon. Darnell McDonald will lead off for the Boston Red Sox. Jed Lowry, just off the disabled list, will play shortstop. Then it's Ortiz, Euclid Beltre, Drew, Cameron Hall, and the catcher, Dusty Brown. Defensively for the Athletics, Matt Watson gets a start today in left field. Coco Crisp in center. Rajay Davis is in right today. Kuzmanov, Pennington, Ellison, Barton on the infield. Again, Kurt Suzuki catching, and Gio Gonzalez on the mound.
Gio on the mound because he's good, making his 20th start. He's been outstanding, as we detailed in our open. Gio won the game against the Kansas City Royals in his last start. In his last 5, 2-1 with a 2.5 earned run average, 2.05 earned run average. So Gio trying to pick up a win against the Red Sox. No decision last year, same this year. And a little bit different lineup. He will not see Marco Scudero as back-to-back lefties facing the Red Sox. So Terry Francona has a majority of his players hitting from the right side, including Jed Lowry in the lineup today.
Yep. So Darnell McDonald, who's hitting in the leadoff spot today, steps in. And the first pitch of the ball game is on the way from Gio Gonzalez, and it's a bit outside. It's 12:37 in the Bay Area. Red Sox won game 1 2-1, and the A's won last night in 10 innings 5-4. So a couple of one-run games in this series, and it's been an entertaining series. Pennington goes a long way, makes a strong throw. McDonald's out, and that's the first out here in the first.
Almost duplicated what they did in the 10th inning last night. Great play by Pennington to Ellis, barehanded, and then a double play. And, you know, it shows one thing right there. As Lowry does come up, activated off the DL today. Mononucleosis kept him on the DL the first half of the season. But you have to be ready to play when you take the field, because that ball that McDonald hit could have been up the middle if Cliff Pennington was not sharp and able to get to the ball. But last night in the 10th inning, a big double play turned. Looked like it's going to be base hit, first and third. Instead, great play by Pennington, barehand by Mark Ellis, flipped to first base, and there's a very easy, or looked easy, 6-4-3 double play. They made it look easy. Great play. And the A's won it in the bottom of the 10th.
1-1 to Jed Lowry, the switch hitter. On deck is David Ortiz. So Lowry giving Marco Scudero an afternoon off. Lowry played in 10 rehab games for AAA Pawtucket back in the big leagues. Fastball high, and there's the walk.
Check out our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. Yes, a day game after a night game. You sleep fast. It's day baseball, which is great. Turn around. Think about last night from the A's winning the game. The Buckles returns his first start for a while, been on the disabled list, and series win would be nice with the day off for tomorrow for the Athletics to enjoy an off day here at home before the White Sox come in.
So here's Ortiz, and the first pitch to the big left-handed hitter is high. 253 with 18 home runs and 59 runs batted in for Ortiz. 1-1 to the man they call Big Poppy. Lowry, good lead at first. Popped up. Kuzminov should have play at the shortstop position, and that is out number 2. Umpire alignment for today. Joe Campos is the home plate umpire. Marquez at first, Cheetah the crew chief at second, Balk and Bob is at third.
Well, they're looking at over-under quickly. Balk and Bob would call a balk today.
I saw a new nickname for him too. I've seen a couple different nicknames. Of course, Balk and Bob is the most famous, but Balkaday Bob was another one, which I thought was pretty good.
That's even better.
Balkaday Bob. I think that one has a little nicer ring to it. It kind of rolls off your tongue. Balkaday Bob.
Nice to have a nickname.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Balkaday Bob. That's good. Did you make that up?
No, I can't tell you where I got it from. Secret information.
Angel Campos. Is somebody in his crew?
Well, maybe. If you remember in the World Baseball Classic a couple years ago, there was a couple of very controversial calls made by Bob Davidson, and it helped the U.S. So he got a nickname for that too, the Patriot Ump. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. It's true.
They couldn't stop the clock either.
I'm just saying this is the truth. Ellis gets a glove on a throw to second, not quite in time. Well, nice play by Mark Ellis, but they could not quite get Jed Lowry on a close play at second.
Well, another unbelievable play by Mark Ellis. The only play was going to be at second over the head of Gio Gonzalez. Mark Ellis ranging far to his right, and Pennington was there. Stretch. Well, Lowry went in hard, and Ultra Mo.
Ooh, very close.
Yeah. Maybe the fact that his whole body covered the bag helped, but did his foot get there quickly enough?
Here's Beltre. Euclid gets credit with a base hit. So 2 on 2 out. Keep an eye on this matchup. Beltre and Gonzalez, 5 for 10 with a home run against the A's left-hander. And that one up the middle, and that's a base hit, and the Red Sox are going to take the lead. Jed Lowry comes in to score. Euclid to third. So Adrian Beltre, a 2-out RBI single here in the first. A couple of the big power hitters, Euclid and Beltre, using the middle of the diamond.
Fastball outside, and after he missed with the first pitch curveball, came back with a fastball, and Beltre, like most hitters, Gio Gonzalez, when he misses with a breaking ball, they sit fastball. It's all the more reason for the changeup to be utilized more and more. But I was just thinking, a tough hitter, and you know the numbers, Beltre against Gio Gonzalez, there was a base open, it was third, and with J.D. Drew, the left-hander, coming up. Not a bad thought process, but threw him the fastball, and he got the hit up the middle.
Left-handers hitting 155 against Gio Gonzalez this year. J.D. Drew hitting 169 against left-handers this year. One and 1 to Drury, 11 homers and 45 runs batted in. Ball, he swings and misses, so 1 and 2.
Good curveball. J.D. Drew just flailing at it and maybe out of the strike zone, but still a great pitch by Gio. Got another one in.
Tried to get Drew to go, and on the pitch, Beltre takes off and he gets a stolen base.
Well, there's the curveball rotation, and see the rotation of the baseball.
So now second and third, and the ball's a foul right at the plate. Boy, you watch that Ultra Mo and you see somebody throw a breaking ball, and you can see how it puts a lot of stress and torque on the forearm and the elbow. full count with Youkilis at third and Beltre at second.
You can throw that same curve, but throw it at J.D. Drew and buckle his knees. He's going to be sitting fastball, rightfully so, with Mike Cameron, the on-deck hitter.
Fastball high. Well, he was way ahead of Drew, and then he lost it.
Well, there's no doubt the walk to Jet Lowry, who was just activated, had not played all year, and walked him on 5 pitches, and then set it up with a 1-out walk, and then
number 23,
2 hits with 2 outs, and now a walk to load the bases. So a big batter for Gio Gonzalez is it this early in the game.
A right-handed hitting Mike Cameron. Takes just a bit low. .56 walks now with his 2 walks here in the first inning. So the stuff is there, but occasionally the control goes for Gio Gonzalez. Kurt Young's going to walk out to check with Gio Gonzalez as the count is 2-0 with the bases loaded. Gio's last start over the weekend in Kansas City, he was sensational against the Royals.
Had a lot of rest in that Friday start. He had the most rest of anybody, so they came back with him. Had a great breaking ball against Bloomquist, another one there, and it's Cliff Pennington playing outstanding defense behind him.
7 innings, just 1 run, 3 strikeouts through 99 pitches, and picked up his 8th win.
He's a quarter of the way to the 99 right now. Just the first inning. But really has to bear down. This is a big at bat by Mike Cameron.
Outside, didn't come close with the 2-0 pitch. No place to put Cameron. That's the on-deck hitter, Bill Hall. And on the outside corner. So the count 3-1. On the ground, Pennington has it, flips to second, and Gio Gonzalez gets a big out, and that is Mike Cameron with the bases loaded. Red Sox get a run, 1-0 Boston. Lineup, a few changes. Cliff Pennington goes to the top of the order. He'll be followed by Barton, Suzuki, Kuss, Kuzminov, Ellis, Watson. And then down at the bottom, the speedsters, Rajay Davis and Coco Crisp. McDonald, Cameron, Drew in the outfield for the Red Sox. Beltre, Lowry, Hall, Euclid on the infield. Dusty Brown is the catcher. Clay Buchholz the pitcher. And he faces Pennington.
Cliff has been at the top of the batting order when Coco Crisp was on the disabled list. He at times would lead off. Well, it's strange when you're accustomed to coming in after the top of the first, putting the helmet on and getting ready, and he's got 8 hitters to watch. See how Buchholz is throwing.
Buchholz, just 25 years old, a rising star in the American League.
Now Buchholz, as we mentioned, just returning from the disabled list to make the start today, his 16th start. He has won 10, 170 earned run average on the road, just 3 home runs allowed. Good fastball, low to mid-90s, curveball, slider, and changeup. He'll use all 4 pitches very effectively.
Lowry, the shortstop, throws to first in a very close play. Pennington out. Not by much.
Well, Rajay Davis has at least a step on Cliff Pennington. That would have been a base hit for Rajay. So we'll see as get down to the bottom of the batting order. But Cliff Pennington out of the box very quickly from the left side. And this is how close a routine ground ball to shortstop was. And Cliff jumping at the bag, the ball into the mitt of Kevin Euclid, but just barely. But more than anything, I think what it does is put Alfonso Marquez on notice that there's some speed on the A's lineup. So just don't take for granted that with a ground ball hit one of the infielders, it's going to be an easy out.
Five homers, 32 runs batted in for Derek Barton. So Clay Buchholz, an all-star this year, even though he was injured and he did not pitch. Just a youngster at 25 years old. Changeup drops low, 2-1. Buchholz's injury happened over in San Francisco, left hamstring, and he did it while running the bases. Down the left field line, and that is going to be just fine. This is what happened. This was on the 26th of June.
Makes it bad for pitchers whenever they get on base. There's always a concern, and it got him the hamstring into second base.
He took some time off, and he is back. Heck, Buchholz, last couple years, every time the Red Sox got into trade talks with other teams saying, hey, we need a big bat, every team asked for this guy, and they said no. And now we're finding out why they said no. He's got a chance to be good for a long time. He threw a no-hitter in 2007 against the Baltimore Orioles.
It's all downhill for him. Well, I guess the perfect game. Second major league game.
He's really been up and down in the minor leagues since then. 3-2 pitches low, and that's a walk. So another walk for Derek Barton, is 59th of the year. That's the most in the American League.
Batting in the third position, the catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So with Barton aboard and 1 out, Kurt Suzuki steps up.
Carney Lansford talking to us pregame show back in Kansas City when Kurt Suzuki had Sunday off. It's a little bit different. It's a day game after night game in Oakland and in Kansas City. Kurt catching the first 2 games Friday and Saturday, but then the heat and humidity on Sunday afternoon, so Kurt got the day off. But last night in the game, he's back this afternoon on the plate.
Well, the game time temperature on Saturday evening in Kansas City was a 6 o'clock start. It was 102. Game time temperature last night, I believe, was 63. So there you go. Do the math.
And what was it by 10:30 when the game ended? The rain layer coming in, cooled it off nicely.
Quick 0-2 to Kurt Suzuki. There's the blue skies above. Fastball from Buchholz, 95 miles an hour, so he's got good velocity.
Good protecting by Kurt Suzuki with the fastball. Pretty good pitch to hit considering it was 0-2, so it wasn't as if Buchholz was wasting a pitch, trying to get him to chase something with 2 strikes.
Over the head of Jed Lowry, and that's a base hit for Kurt Suzuki. First and second one out for Cust.
Shows you a lot about Kurt Suzuki. Gets down 0-2, no panic, fouls off a tough fastball, gets another fastball, missed inside, up a little bit, and Kurt Suzuki with a nice swing at ultra low contact there and follow through. Just over the head of Jed Lowry. Eric Barton thought, well, I better make sure, and good idea as it was close to being caught by Lowry.
So the A's have a chance here in the bottom of the first. Red Sox got a single run in the top of the first. Power numbers are starting to come around for Jack Cust. Now 5 homers, 24 runs batted in. He had a 2-run double last night.
Well, and Beltre again playing over the shortstop position with a shift for Jack Cust. And well, this would be a great chance, great opportunity. Make Nesty Brown, he probably would throw through to second base if they did steal, had a double steal, but to throw to a moving target and Beltre going to third would be very difficult.
A little flare, foul territory. Beltre cannot quite get it.
He's playing his normal position. It's an out. Beltre is straight back over towards shortstop.
I agree, Ray. That would be a very difficult throw by the catcher and a play by Beltre if Barton were to take off.
Again, with the shortstop, Lowry playing behind second, you'd think that Kurt Suzuki could get a big jump off first base and try to get the trailing runner.
But in that case, even Kurt, Euclid behind him,
oh yeah,
he could get a huge.
That's right. He could get a good 10 to 15 feet off. Todd Stevenson, the first base coach, would alert Kurt if they try a pickoff, but some opportunities. You could runner at second base, you could say you missed a sign.
So 1-2 the count to Jack Cust.
Last year in the World Series when Johnny Damon was hitting and the shift was on for Mark Teixeira, and he stole 2 bases on the same play because
just kept moving, right?
Third baseman was over the shortstop position and He was taking the throw. Nobody was at third. And they had not prepared for that play with the shift. Exactly.
Two to Cust. He fouls it straight back. 94 miles an hour on the fastball for Buchholz.
But it's in the playbook now.
Well, you do it once.
Yeah, and it was a huge run for him.
There's a good look at the lead by Barton. Lowry doing his best to hold him on, but Lowry will back up and get in a better spot.
See, one of the concerns would be the spin move. That if the pitcher lifts his leg and the runner decides to go and the spin, it can go back. But that's the case where as Lowry backs up farther and farther, it makes it more difficult for a play to be made, at least a throw to be made.
But you know, anytime you start a runner, there's some risk involved.
Absolutely.
I mean,
see what they do now. 3-2.
.23rd pitch by Buchholz here in the first inning. Runner's not going, and the pitch is low. Walked it.
Well, Buchholz coming back from the disabled list. And an opportunity for the A's. John Farrell's going to run out and talk to his young pitcher. But the opportunities you get early might not be available for you later.
Well, here's our legendary performance. It's brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. Let's just go right back to last night. Two-out walk-off single by Kevin Kuzminoff. Derek Barton sliding in home. That's a game winner, folks, in the 10th inning. First walk-off hit for Kevin Kuzminoff as an Athletic. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nation's. Got the A's their 47th win of the year. 47-47.
Kuzminoff, 49th run batted in. Like to get to the 50 plus mark this afternoon.
Up the middle. Bill Hall has it. He takes it himself, and that's a 4-3 double play. And the A's do not score. So just like that, the inning's over. 1-0 Red Sox after one.
705, 7,500 kids will get an A's Kids backpack courtesy of Washington Hospital. That is not Ron Washington Hospital, the manager of the Rangers. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com and call 877-493-BALL. How is that? Ron Washington comes in to manage the Rangers, and Washington Hospital is going to give a backpack.
I wonder if that was planned.
I'd say no. But it's probably right. It's a nice little. Maybe Wash will come out,
Or we could just tell Wash that it indeed was planned.
Yeah, you were coming in town, so decided to get Washington Hospital to donate, to promote a backpack.
Wash's Rangers will play tonight at Detroit, and they will be going for the sweep of the Tigers. Tigers struggling, losing 7 in a row. Rangers have won 5 out of 6. It'll be Lewis and Scherzer. And the Rangers will head home for a big homestand. So they'll be jacked up in Arlington. A 4-game series against the Angels starting tomorrow night. And then the A's come in for their 3-game series Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Rajay Davis coming in, Ellis going out, and it's going to be Mark Ellis on the run. Makes a nice catch. It was a fair ball.
Boy, it makes everything look so easy. Such a talented second baseman. It's unbelievable. His range, phenomenal. And just casually, no panic. As Martin goes out, peels off. Rajay Davis couldn't get to it. And Mark Ellis just puts the glove up, makes another great catch.
Number 68.
Here's your standings, folks. A's 8 back, Angels 5 back. Angels are losing at Yankee Stadium 10-6 in the 8th inning right now. So that'll be a fun series to keep an eye on this weekend. The Angels at the Rangers. White Sox and the Mariners will play tonight. Floyd and Hernandez the matchup there. And of course Chicago will have the day off in the Bay Area tomorrow. Good deal for the White Sox.
Especially after their start on this road trip.
Only a handful of days off on the road for teams in the big leagues. So I would say if you are a team that gets an off day in the Bay Area, that would be a pretty good place to have an off day. Some places are better than others.
Or if you're a member of the Oakland A's and you get a home off day at home.
The home off days are probably just as few and far between as the road off days. Road off days, a lot of times you're on an airplane.
Well, as Delaire just reminds us that in Minneapolis, the A's will travel there twice, and both times they have a day off in the Twin Cities. Not a bad place if you like to fish. There's 10,000 lakes there.
Take your pick. Dusty Brown strikes out for the second half.
We used to do that. It was with the A's. Paul Lindblad.
Be fun.
There's a good curveball from Gio Gonzalez. Gets Dusty Brown. Good blocked by Kurt Suzuki. But it was the most relaxing time because Paul Lindblad, the A's, he'd get a bunch of guys and do some people there, go fishing early in the morning and be out on one of the 10,000 lakes fishing and go to the yard and just beat the Minnesota Twins. Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
It's great fishing, too. It didn't have to go play in the Metrodome. It was out at the old Met, out at the airport, the old stadium.
Well, I guess this would be a good year, though, to go to Minneapolis twice with the new ballpark.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to see that.
See how hard it is for a home run to be hit, unlike the Metrodome. Coincidentally, the Mariners left. They call the old place, but Kingdome, and went to Safeco Field, and it's harder to hit home runs there, and then same at Target Field.
Well, the Kingdome was kind of a launching pad, right?
Oh yes, yeah. And really the same with the Metrodome. You don't have any elements that are going to affect fly balls. So you get one in the air, you have some power, which those teams did. Now they go outdoors, and look at Joe Mauer's numbers. How they're
He's got 5 home runs.
Yeah, and they're still all on. Has he hit one at home yet? I know the first 3 were on the road.
Gio Gonzalez scrambles after it, throws, and they got Darnell McDonald. Make sure Gio's okay. Took that one off the body, but gets the out on McDonald, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bet Cash Creek's Cash Fortune with $500 in cash every hour from 2 p.m. until midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Mark Ellis leading it off in the bottom of the second. Port of Oakland. Now, getting those things under the Golden Gate Bridge has always been an issue. It's like 3 feet of room and that's it. And then under the, maybe it's not the Golden Gate, maybe it's the Bay Bridge where those big cranes just make it underneath. Shallow center field for Mike Cameron. Drifting into right center, and he's got it. So Ellis is retired. A's had the bases loaded and 1 out in the first, but Kuzmanov hit into the double play. Buchholz had to work hard, but he was able to get out of the inning and keep the A's off the board. Here's Matt Watson, the numbers from AAA Sacramento.
Good look at Matt Watson and a lot of the Red Sox similarities in their road. Of course, Matt Watson had been in the big leagues, but then traveled all over the world to finally get back.
Well, he may have gotten back with a home run. Does it have enough? Yes!
Oh, boy.
Watson homers. Get the baseball, folks, because that's the first in his major league career. Congratulations to Matt Watson.
Wow.
Career major league home run.
And the ball stayed in because it hit just above the out-of-town scoreboard. And wow, congratulations. And when you travel around the world, as he has, to get here, what a story.
A bunt and a good one by Rajay Davis. Beltre throws, and Youkilis can't handle it. Davis is aboard. The throw was in time, but Youkilis did not make the play, and they're going to give Youkilis the air.
What a play by Adrian Beltre. He keeps playing like that. It's going to be a no-doubter as far as the Gold Glove. Of course, Emma Longoria pretty good at third also for the Rays, but Beltre has been playing outstanding baseball for the Boston Red Sox. So good break, as that was a great play by Beltre, but sometimes when a runner arrives close to the same time as the ball, tough for the first baseman to handle it.
Youkilis, a Gold Glove winner as well, but he gets the air.
Bare hand, can open his hand up completely, and then, oh, what a great shot, getting the grip. Unbelievable. Ultra Mo, outstanding.
I love that camera. There's a balk. This one's called by Angel Campos, I believe.
Yeah, Bob Davidson felt badly.
Bob wanted in on it.
Yeah, all he had to do was put up his hand. It had already been called. Buckaday, I like that.
Buckaday Bob.
Let's see what Buchholz does. Yeah, he just did it, right?
Yep. Oh, that was very strange. And I think Buchholz knew he did something odd. So it is a balk. So Coco Crisp will hit with Rajay Davis now at second base. So an error in a balk. And the A's have a runner in scoring position. See the shortstop Jed Lowry trying real hard to keep Rajay Davis close. I'm sure there's a scouting report somewhere that says Rajay Davis, if he's on second with 1 out, he will steal third.
And even with a left-handed batter, it doesn't matter. So Coco's got a big hole on the left side. If he gets a pitch outside, there's a spin move. We talk about it. Sometimes that's where managers are afraid to send the guy for fear of the spin move. But a lot of times the spin move is just that, just to try to hold the guy. But the throw very rarely comes unless the guy's headed to third base.
Lowry's right there behind Davis. Foul back.
You know what was great about the play by Beltran, the ultra mode, showing because the difficulty in barehanding a ball, you try to open the hand completely to make sure you catch the ball, and then as you're still moving, you rotate the ball to try to get a good enough grip with your thumb, index finger, middle finger to make a good throw.
In the dirt, and Davis taking off for third, and he's going to make it. That'll be a wild pitch.
It does not take much for Rajai, with his secondary lead, to be able to take the extra base. Ball in the dirt. Brown does a good job of blocking. He actually had caught it and then dropped it. And then the high throw, because of the quick throw, Rajai Davis with the pop-up slide. Now the infield has to come in.
The count is 2-2 to Crisp. Rocco hitting in the ninth spot today. He rolls that with a second. Coming home, and Davis did not get tagged the first time. He gets tagged the second time as Dusty Brown went back to tag him, and Rajai Davis is out at the plate. Bob Guerin's going to come out and argue.
Well, the thing that Brown did very successfully, he blocked him off the plate, which really you could look at it if he did not have the ball first. You cannot block the runner off the plate and then go back and tag him. Did he have it? I think he did. The ball arrived about the same time, so Brown caught it there, blocked him off, missed him, but blocked him off the plate with his knee, and then went back and tagged him. Somewhere Jason Varitek is very proud of Dusty Brown.
That's a good play.
It was a great play. That's how you do it. You use your shin guards, your legs to block the runner off. The only way Rajai could have done anything differently is run through him. And the way he had extended his arm to catch the ball, he could have upended it pretty severely.
So when you start talking about blocking the plate, that doesn't mean you have to park your body in front, but you just get your leg out there.
Watch the leg. Rajai could not get to the plate. You see where the foot is, Rajai. That's why he threw the dirt, because he was upset. He knew he had beaten the throw, or at least could have gotten to it, but could not get to the plate.
Coco Chris dancing off. He had a big lead. Buckle steps off. So Davis cut down at home plate to keep the game tied at 1. Pennington bounced out to short in the bottom of the first inning.
That's 2 opportunities for the A's, back-to-back innings in which they've had a runner at third in less than 2 outs, and have not had success getting them in. Matt Watson, first major league home run, first hit for the A's since rejoining the club.
Coco Crisp, you're thinking not a bad time to try to steal a base. He has not gone yet. The count is 1-2. Crisp is 8 for 9 in steal attempts so far this year. Not going. And Pennington swings and misses. Side retired. Matt Watson, his first career major league home run. That has tied this game up at 11. Jed Lowry leading it off for the Red Sox. He takes a strike. Lowry, Ortiz, and Euclid is 2, 3, and 4 for the Red Sox. A 1-1 game. Lowry walked and scored in the first. Fastball swings through 1-2.
Both pitchers struggled in the first inning. Red Sox scoring a run off of Gio, but he's not able to capitalize on a bases loaded situation. Gio has settled down. And he needs some economical innings because of the 28 in the first inning, but 13 last inning.
Well, on top of that, Ray, the A's bullpen last night, 5 1/3 innings. Now, they were terrific. Gave up just 2 hits and no runs, but that's a lot of work. Davis racing over into foul territory. Watch it. But Blevins has pitched in both games of the series. Breslow has pitched in both
every
games.
Game.
Wirtz has pitched in both games. So keep an eye on those guys.
Well, Andrew Bailey pitched 2 innings last night, so highly unlikely that he is available.
Ziegler and Rodriguez have not pitched in this series. 2-2 to Jed Lowry.
Well, speaking of the bullpen, maybe get a shot down there. David Renetti, A's Vice President of Stadium Operations, got new chairs for the guys in the bullpen, not the old wooden bench anymore. Look at that. Some nice chairs that maybe sit down a little bit lower so they're not banging their heads on the, I think it's a 1x12 cover.
Well, we got new chairs too. David Renetti took care of us.
But they're different chairs.
But the only thing is, we were told, yeah, you guys got new chairs, but they were new to the booth. They were just brought from a different area.
Well, the bench is still down on the visitor side, so they did not get new chairs there. I thought they did, but saw the A's had them, which was nice.
This fly ball is playable for Rajai Davis toward the line. Rajai has it. Here's our Bloomberg Sports graphic. The opponent's batting average for Gio Gonzalez last year compared to this year. Look at this year, the blue line, 238, and that's very good, folks. Opponents start getting under 250. The league leaders are usually in the 220s in that area.
But you also saw that in July when he had that great game, well, the bad game on the 20th. July, and then went to New York and Boston and played against Texas and pitched well. The average started to go down. You need to read that, I think. So I'll stop talking. So
I agree at any time.
Talk about Bloomberg.
Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy player. Track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. If you have a good opponent's average against average, if that makes any sense, like in this case, Gio Gonzalez, you're probably having a good year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things that fits into having a good season. Ortiz gets jammed. It's a fly ball. Davis has to come racing in, and he's got it.
I think Poppy was complimenting Gio Gonzalez in the performance in Boston. Recall the game in which he started with 3 curveballs all missed and then threw 3 fastball bombs when Big Poppy told Gio, he says, I couldn't see your fastball. And that says a lot because David Ortiz, as many home runs as he has hit in his career, he sees a lot of fastballs. But for some reason, that game in Boston and today 0 for 2 and 2 at-bats against Gio. Wait around for 8 more hitters to hit. But he is adapted to the DH role as well as anybody. Plays a little bit interleague play in the National League parks.
0-2 to Kevin Youkilis, who singled in the first. Ray, the top 10 in opponents' batting average against in the American League: Cahill, C.J. Wilson, Colby Lewis, John Lester, John Danks, Jeff Neiman, Jared Weaver, Javier Vasquez, David Price, and Cliff Lee. Well, those are all good pitchers. Cahill is first. League is hitting .206 against him. Youkilis fouls the fastball back. Youkilis can spoil some pitches. He will do that until he gets one to hit. Kuzmanov waits for a good hop, throws across a bit high, but Barton reaches up, grabs it, side retired. So that is 7 in a row retired by Gio Gonzalez. .6 and 10:30 on our sister station Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Baseball recaps: Reds, A's, Giants, Dodgers. Palo Alto Star comes to the Warriors. David Anderson, Scott Reese will host. Lowry in the hole, tough play, and he throws high, and Youkilis able to get a glove on it, keep it from sailing over his head, but Barton has a base hit. Lowry, the shortstop, was shaded over towards second base, and that made it a very difficult play.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
Into the hole, long throw, and a high throw. It was a good job coming up or getting up to prevent the ball from going over towards the railing and allowing Martin advance. Give him a hit.
Yep.
Good.
Kurt Suzuki, base hit in the first inning. That was the first hit for the Athletics. So Bruce Bochy's a genius today. Huh?
Yes, he is.
Did you see the play?
Yes, sir.
What'd you think? It's sort of a ticky-tack rule, but
Evidently,
it is a rule.
Evidently, he got the Dodgers in 2006, or at least no earlier when he was with the Padres.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever works.
I guess, yeah. In some ways, you sort of feel bad for Don Mattingly because, as the story was, he was just turning around because one of the middle infielders said, "Hey, Don, come here a minute. I got to ask you a question." Yeah. So he turned around, went back to the mound, and once you as we've all learned now, once you leave the dirt area, that ends your visit to the mound.
Evidently, Adrian Johnson, home plate umpire, or somebody was yelling, "No, no, no, you can't do that." But in watching the replay, when Bruce Bochy went out to protest to Adrian Johnson, I guess he was going to file a protest if he did not ask. And finally, okay, I'll ask. And they did exactly what Bruce Bochy said.
Well, that's the highlight I saw was, the home plate umpire. He kind of had the look like, well, all right, I'll do this. Exactly. But the point is I think maybe Bochy saw it, and maybe the home plate umpire. Well, he saw it too, because he was telling.
You can't do that.
Manley, no. Which I thought was surprising as well.
It would help us. That dirt is sacred as Dallas Brain, you know.
That's right. That's exactly right. When you leave that mound, the trip is over.
Or if you're somebody that doesn't belong on the mound, get off my mound. So, all the talk about Dallas Brain, he was right on. He was correct.
Yep. We've learned more and more about the mound in 2010. Suzuki pops it up. Left side of the diamond. Beltre shading his eyes, and he missed it. But he's going to get the out at second base as he flips it that way, and Bill Hall grabs it. He was shading his eyes with his throwing hand. His son kind of to his right.
He might have done this intentionally, figuring Barton might be a little faster than Kurt Suzuki. I mean, it was going to be an out regardless. It just puts Barton in the dugout and Suzuki at first. But even Beltre doesn't realize Suzuki can run.
Well, or two, if you're really fighting it and you just don't see it, just let it drop.
Yeah. Now, I think he was trying to catch it the whole way.
Yeah. But he also knew that he had plenty of time after the ball dropped. Here's Cust.
That's where it's important to know how many outs there are, because 2 outs and you do that, guys are running. It's a little bit different.
Cust worked a walk to load the bases in the first.
Shift moving over even farther. Beltre moving closer to second base. Push a button, Jack.
Beltre is now playing where a shortstop would play in a double play situation.
Maybe Jack Cust will go to spring training next year, and he'll work exclusively on slap bunting the ball to third base with the shift.
For a triple. Two 2-0 to Cust. Would it be interesting to see if Cust were to hit a ground ball to Bill Hall, who would be the pivot man at second base?
Yeah, it's going to be shortstop. Lowry would have to get there, I'm sure, quicker.
And he would be coming from kind of a different angle than the normal shortstop would be coming from.
Really, I think something now with the shifts being put by teams, you have to work on this in spring training so that you're aware instead of trying to figure it out when it's happening like this. I mean, these guys have to know who's going to be covering without any hesitation.
Well, if you think about just off the top of your head, hitters that come to bat and the shift is on, well, Cust, yes, Ortiz, yes, and you mentioned Teixeira in the playoffs last year. There's another guy that some teams do it, and I'm sure there's probably more if you think about it. Three and one, hitters count for Cust.
Just had the green light 3-0 and fouled it back. Pretty good swing, 3-0.
Driven to center. That baby's hit well. Cameron back. Gone. Home run for Jack Cust, and the A's lead 3-1.
And folks, that ball was crushed. goes straight away center field. And I think the pitch that helped him was a 3-0, getting the green light to swing, fouled it back. Buckholz fastball, middle of the plate down, and Jack Cuss just unloaded to straight away center. That's where the big boys hit.
See, he hit about halfway up the big garage door out there in center field. So home run number 6 for Cust, and he has been an RBI machine as of late. 2 last night, 2 today, 12 in his last 8 games.
Well, and in the crowd today, mom and dad.
Yeah.
Jack Cust's parents in from New Jersey to watch him, and it's special. He has had a very good series, and since he joined the club has done great. This puts the A's ahead and gives him a chance to try to keep going and win the series.
Well, and the Red Sox are going to look up, Ray, and they're going to see that the Yankees have won their game 10-6 over the Angels, and Tampa Bay has won that game 5-4 over the Orioles. So now the 2 teams ahead of you have won already, and you are now 6.5 games out of first place. There's still a lot of baseball to be played, but
a lot of baseball between those same teams also. Mug Rubin Float Day presented by Pepsi is coming up on Wednesday, August the 4th. Celebrities and athletes will be serving floats made with Dryers brand ice cream beginning at 10:30 a.m. in the Eastside Club. Floats are just $2 and get autographs and photos for tipping extra. Limited amount of autographed Andrew Baylor mugs will be on sale for $25. And proceeds go to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Get tickets online, oaklandathletics.com.
Mark Ellis hit a fly ball to center field, his first at bat. Mark is 1 for 8 in this series. So a home run by Watson, a home run by Cust so far in the ball game, and the A's lead 3-1.
A couple of players that Tony DeFrancesco got ready from Sacramento Rivercats to send them up to the big leagues. So Tony D managing successfully again at AAA.
And the 2 young hitters that saw in spring training talked a lot about, Chris Carter and Michael Taylor, who have struggled at times this year, but both are very hot right now for the River Cats, so that's good news. Line drive into the glove of Jed Lowry, side retired, but Jack Cust goes El Centro, a home run, his 6th of the year. The A's lead 3-1. It is the top of the 4th inning. Beltre, Drew, and Cameron. Gio Gonzalez has retired 7 in a row after a little bit of a rocky first inning when the Red Sox got their 1 run and left the bases loaded. Mark Ellis ranges to his left, makes a nice play. Beltre's out. So make it 8 in a row retired by Gonzalez.
Now batting, number 7, J.D. Drew.
Here's J.D. Drew. Drew walked in the first inning. He's 1 for 8 in the series. Two walks, 1 strikeout for Gonzalez so far in the game. He has thrown 63 pitches. So the first inning indeed was a costly one for him as far as amount of pitches goes.
Gio not in that real veteran category, but still learning more and more that if he struggles early, he can settle down. You don't get him early in the big at bat. Mike Cameron in the on deck circle, when he started the at bat 3-0 with the bases loaded, and Gio got him to end the first inning. That was a huge out.
To right field where Rajay Davis is there. 2 outs.
He fell behind 3-0 to Cameron. He knew he had to throw at least 2 strikes. He threw the 1 for strike 1. And then a pretty good one that Cameron hit hard, but to shortstop. And he has settled down since then. Matter of fact, he hasn't had a base runner since the Drew walk.
First pitch to Mike Cameron is just a bit outside.
Pretty impressive number there. Four-seam fastball. You see the seams and the index and middle finger wrapped across the seams.
Rajay Davis has a beat on it, and that will do it. 10 in a row retired by Gio Gonzalez. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 3-1 A's. He's come to bat in the bottom of the 4th with a 3-1 lead over the Red Sox. It'll be Watson, Davis, and Crisp. Watson in the 2nd inning with 1 out. Hit his first major league home run over the out-of-town scoreboard in right field. Last inning, Jack Hust, a 2-run homer. Curve drops in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
You mentioned Matt Watson, been around the world. He was with the A's 2004, 2006. Spent some time in the big leagues, then sold to Japan. Went to Korea. Signed with the Mets, released. Sitting at home, went to independent baseball. Lancaster Barnstormers.
Not that long ago, like 2 months ago.
2 months ago, when the A's signed him on May 27th, went to AAA, played 28 games in the big leagues, first major league home run. You know, you do something like that, you sit on the bench, maybe have a little tear coming out.
Oh,
somebody's got some tears coming out of their eyes, because that's quite a story.
Well, it's time for our trivia question, which is brought to you by AT&T. The Red Sox have 19 official no-hitters in their history. Which players have tossed the last 4? Last 4 no-hitters for the Red Sox. It's actually 18 no-hitters in Red Sox franchise history. So the last 4. Well, we know Buckles should be on that list because he threw the no-hitter in September of 2007. Lowry backhand, straightens up, throws wide, and Davis is safe as he tumbles over the Youkilis. Both guys are down.
Well, as Youkilis went down, Rajai Davis maybe ran over him or stepped on him or something, but was trying to keep his foot on the bag with the wild throw, the bad throw by Lowry. He knew he had to hurry because of Rajai's speed, and Rajai just ran right over the top of him. Not much he could do with Youkilis straddling the line past first base. Rajai tried to avoid him. Foot's off the bag, and well, you're running that fast. How are you going to stop? We talked earlier with Jed Lowry just returning from the disabled list. He knew he had to hurry, did not really put a lot on the throw. Boy, Youkilis went back and
I was going to say, it was really close. He was able to get his foot back on the bag, but did he get it in time? I don't know about that.
Well, once the foot comes off the base, I think it's hard for an umpire to determine or figure that the first baseman is going to be able to get his foot back.
So both guys are okay. A little bit of a scary moment for both teams. So it's an E6, and that's the second error on the Red Sox in this ballgame. Sixth best fielding percentage in the American League coming into today. 57 errors now on the season. Same amount as the Athletics. Rajai Davis, he's got a huge lead at first. From our view up here, you get a pretty good idea if a guy's got a big lead or not, and this usually gets a very good one.
Not only the big lead, which he tries to get, but also every pitch he's got to be thinking about running. Green light. Time he would not go as Mike Gallego through Bob Garrett gives him the stop sign. Coco's in a position now hitting behind Rajai Davis. He likes it with the possibility of a stolen base threat, at least at first base, where he'll take some pitches. He can try to do some things with a bat. That look, he can see Rajai if he's going to be running.
Foul pop. Long run for everybody involved. Nobody's going to get it. So Davis returns to first. He has 29 stolen bases on the year. Last year for 41 steals. That was probably a pretty good idea by Buchholz, because I think Rajay Davis was going. He just held and held. Sometimes that's as good as a really good move to first.
Was anticipating a throw at time and was correct.
Grounded towards second. That is a fielder's choice. Coco Crisp, using that good speed, beats out the throw.
Well, both Hall and Lowry in the middle of the infield kind of looking over to first base, figuring out why. But look how far Hall was from second base and flipped the ball underhand, kind of backhand in a sense, and the throw a little bit offline. Coco Crisp running hard, fast, and at the front of the bag. Good call. Safe, absolutely.
So here's Barton. 2 outs here at the bottom of the 4th. Pennington, I should say. Just a bit outside. Pennington in that leadoff spot today. A ground out too short, and he's striking. Pennington 1 for 9 in the series. Not running, and the pitch is popped up foul.
Well, the Cubs are playing this afternoon, 1-1 at Wrigley Field, and the announcement by Lou Piniella last night that he's going to retire at the end of the season. So 2 long-tenured managers, Bobby Cox, the Braves, announced his retirement earlier, and Lou Piniella announced his last night. A very good manager is going to be missed.
22 years Lou Piniella has been a manager. 18 years as a player. Wow.
They said he hasn't been home since 1962.
Let me guess, that's the year he signed a professional contract.
That's right. The rest of the time he has been in some capacity in Major League Baseball or professional baseball. Most of it at the Major League level. He's a good man. He's a man of mine back in the mid-60s in Portland, Oregon. AAA Cleveland Indians.
Well, he's got obviously a great resume, over 1,800 wins. He's got a World Series win as a manager with the Reds. Had some really good teams up in Seattle, very popular up there. Crisp with a huge lead. He takes off. The ball's rolled foul.
And how can a pitcher not look over and see the lead by the runner at first? But I thought it was time for Lou, or I figured it was going to be time, because he wasn't going out kicking dirt, throwing bags and caps and getting ejected. But managing in Chicago, like Boston, New York, maybe not so much in LA, but big cities, and for a team that has not won since 1908. We got a long way to go to try to win this year.
Well, Lou, his first 2 years there, 07 and 08, they won the division.
Right.
And they had very good teams, but not a good year last year, and kind of struggling game this year. They're 9 games under 500. But we saw the Cubs, and it's a team that has some talented players on their roster, but they just have not been able to win. 3-2 pitch is foul back, so Chris will head back to first. Also, saw today where Bob Uecker is going to be back in the broadcast booth on Friday for the Brewers, and that's good news. Of course, Bob had some surgery done, some heart problems, and we hope he's healthy. Obviously, he must be. He's ready to get back to work.
Said about a 10 to 12 week recovery time. It's right on schedule, and heard that he was only going to do home games.
Maybe.
Which is not a bad idea. He's over 40 years broadcasting.
Pennington again, the foul ball.
Bob Uecker's great call. Home run balls. Get up.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He is an icon back there.
Mr. Belvedere starred that show at Major League. The movie. And numerous times on the late night show.
He was funny with Johnny Carson.
Geez, he was funny in his induction speech in the Hall of Fame, Ford Frick Award.
And Pennington, a very good at bat, works the walk.
Back for Dennis Eckersley's induction to the Hall of Fame, and our good friend Lon Simmons in the gift shop, the Hall of Fame. Uecker's speech was so great they kept playing it. Yes. I mean, all the things that Uecker ever said, he of course said it, they had everybody laughing. All the Hall of Famers behind him. Great man. There's an outstanding catcher. That's what a lot of people don't remember, that he was an excellent catcher. Wish him well. Hope he's around for a lot longer in the broadcast booth in Miller Park.
Off-speed pitch, a strike to Derek Barton. When I was growing up in the Milwaukee area, it was Bob Uecker and Merle Harmon. That's right. The late Merle Harmon. Pretty good broadcasting crew. Good pitch there. 90 miles an hour, and movement on it, and it's 0-2 to Barton.
Brewers trained in Sun City. They had a park that had a press box area, but a rooftop. And you can get up there and broadcast, sunbathe at the same time.
Bill King, huh? Bill must
absolutely,
like that stadium.
absolutely.
Well, Sun City's also the place where, right, you go to a spring training game, and most of the parking lot was full of golf carts.
That's right.
Because it's an elderly community. And
not only the parking lot, but the concourse around the stadium. Just golf carts that line up.
And the older folks would just take their golf carts to the ballpark. Bart bounces it right to Euclid, the first baseman. Side retired. So the A's strand a pair. We're on to the 5th inning from the Coliseum. 3-1 Athletics. 19 official no-hitters in the history. Which players have tossed the last 4? McCullough in 07. John Lester in 08. And then Derek Lowe and Hideo Nomo, a no-hitter for the Red Sox. I forgot about Nomo.
That's right.
He had a no-hitter at Coors Field, I believe, with the Dodgers. I didn't know he had a second.
Well, you would have known if the answer sheet hadn't been torn in 4 pieces. You probably would have had the answer much earlier.
Yeah. Janice, our stage manager, just decided to rip up the answer sheet and make us guess.
And we're not supposed to.
No. It's all right. Three to 1 Athletics, and Bill Hall will lead it off. Gio Gonzalez has settled in nicely. He's retired 10 in a row. Gave up 2 singles and 2 walks and a run in the first inning. But absolutely nothing since then. Three and 0 to Bill Hall. Dusty Brown is in the on-deck circle, and then it'll be back to the top of the order, and Darnell McDonald. Pitch is fouled back by Bill Hall.
So much better he was finishing those last 2 pitches. First 3 missed outside. But then the 3-0 right down the middle. And the same with a 3-1. And enough on the fastball that the right-hand hitter could not pull it. Challenge him again.
Dry right center field, and that's going to get through to the gap. Lands at the base of the wall, and Bill Hall is going to have a leadoff double here in the 5th. So that breaks the streak of 10 consecutive hitters retired by Gonzalez.
He did challenge him, and this time Bill Hall got around enough to hit the ball right center. Leadoff double after retiring. R.J. Davis waiting for the carom, but it's stuck underneath the pad.
That's the 3rd hit off Gonzalez, and here's Dusty Brown. Corner infielders come in for the A's. Brown bounces run to Gonzalez, who knocks it down. Gets after it, throws to first, and gets Brown. And Hall stays at second.
Hall started to go to third base, but Gio Gonzalez, what a great play to knock the ball down, because it would have been up the middle and at least advanced. Oh, look how far he had taken off to third, but excellent play by Gio to recover, and more importantly, when he knocked the ball down, went after it, he didn't panic. Watch how he just settles himself there. Make sure he had a good grip, got Brown, and does not run well. And a big out to prevent Hall from advancing to third.
Pitch is low to the leadoff man, Darnell McDonald. McDonald has grounded out twice, once to the shortstop and once to the pitcher. 2 for 10 in the series. McDonald probably never envisioned it playing this much at the big league level this year, but the injury to Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury's been out most of the year, and that has opened up a spot, and McDonald has done a pretty good job. 6 homers, 25 runs batted in. And now 3-0 with Jed Lowry in the on-deck circle. Kurt Suzuki's going to trot out, chat with the left-hander. So the 4 games that are going on in the American League, not counting this one, are all final. 2 games that will be played tonight: the White Sox at Seattle, and as we mentioned before, the Rangers at the Tigers. 3-0 pitch is a strike. Ray mentioned the Cubs and the Astros playing at Wrigley, 1-1 in the 10th. All the other games in the National League are night games. Bill Hull takes off for third, got a good jump, and he is going to make it. Pitch was called a strike, but it's a stolen base for Bill Hall. He got a great jump, and actually Suzuki made it quite a bit closer than I even thought it was going to be.
Well, McDonald decided as Kurt went behind him, that the throw had to be on the bag to get him. And throw a little bit high, and he was definitely safe, got his foot in, but with that little time to throw out somebody, you have to make sure the ball is on the bag, and it was up enough.
Got him swinging. Went with a breaking ball on 3-2, and Gonzalez gets a huge strikeout.
One after throwing 5 fastballs, and McDonald taking the 3-1 to make it 3-2. And I could not believe he's getting a curveball. Safe. Watch the foot. Ultra Mo. Oh, don't you know? There's the tag high, but that's because the throw was about chest high. It's a huge strikeout for Gio.
And he gets a strike to Jed Lowry with a breaking ball. That was an example of what we talked about during the pregame show, Ray, about Gonzalez's ability to have a strikeout curveball when he needs it, and a get it over for a strike curveball. You just saw that with McDonald, and then the first pitch to Lowry. That was a good curve as well, but a little outside.
Well, this is a time when if he had the good changeup, this would be a perfect time, because just missed with a curveball. 2-1. Lowry's going to be sitting all over the fastball.
Now with Ortiz in the on-deck circle.
Missing a little bit more in this inning with the fastballs up and away. 3 in a row to Hall. Same to McDonald. Another 3-ball count to Lowry.
3-1 is lined to left, and that's a base hit. He came in on 3-1, and Lowry made him pay. 2-out RBI single to make it 3-2.
Number 34.
So Lowry gets his first hit and his first RBI this season. Kurt Suzuki moved in trying to get him to finish because he had been leaving the fastballs outside, and worked perfectly for Lowry. Maybe not the real good fastball. It was a strike, but also pretty good pitch to hit. Now you got to deal with David Ortiz. Ortiz is 0 for 2. Fastball to hit. Foul it down the left field line. Ortiz is 1 for 9 in the series. He's got a sacrifice fly.
bounces away from Suzuki and a pitch in the dirt, and that will allow Lowry to go to second. So the breaking ball in the dirt, and it's a wild pitch.
Great technique by Suzuki, but still sometimes the ball gets too far away, far enough away for the runner to advance. Kurt got the glove down, but just hit the glove hard.
Two to David Ortiz. 90 pitches now for Gio Gonzalez, and we're in the fifth.
22 in this inning.
How many in the first?
28.
28. 2-2 pitch is hit high and foul. So good battle here. Gio Gonzalez, David Ortiz, lefty versus lefty. Another high fly ball. This one could be playable. Watson racing in, and it drops in the bullpen.
Run, and the wind just seemed to knock it down. That's Eric Burns. He starts diving from the bullpen home plate. Stays airborne about 3-4 seconds and maybe comes up with it. That's Eric Burns.
Another 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. You got him with a slider. So Ortiz strikes out, and that's it for the Red Sox. They get a run in the top of the fifth. It's now 3-2. Kurt Suzuki to lead it off against Clay Buchholz. Buchholz 77 pitches through the first 4 innings. This is his first start since the 26th of June. Back off the disabled list. First pitch to Suzuki is inside. Kurt has been on base twice, a single, and then he reached on a fielder's choice. He was on base when Jack Cust hit the home run. A couple of home runs allowed by Buchholz. Hard right-handed sinker that keeps the ball in the ballpark. That one fouled just below us. Both teams with 4 hits. Red Sox with a couple of errors. There is action in the Red Sox bullpen. Scott Atchison. So Buchholz could possibly be his last inning. It's a shot past a diving Lowry, and Suzuki with a leadoff single.
See that nice, easy, controlled swing by Kurt Suzuki. 3-1. Didn't really try to kill the ball. Just a nice, easy swing. The results are good with another base hit up the middle.
Number 32, Jack Cust.
Stays real quiet. And how about this? Ultra low. I knew we were going to come up with it. But just a nice, easy swing. Guys trying to jack up and jump one of the seats. You open up, get an easy ground ball. This time, though, it was a hard drive. After something jump scan, and the A's hitting coach said, up the middle, right field. Everything else takes care of itself. Jimmy's so good working with these guys. There he is, down in his favorite position, down by the bat rack, and great angle to watch his hitters. Talk hitting all day long. Yep. Try to get the results to help the club score enough runs to win the game.
0-1 to Cust. This was what Cust did in the 3rd inning, and this was a long one, folks.
Not that easy swing. Camera playing to carry him off the concrete wall. At least the garage door. That part wasn't concrete, but he hit hard enough.
Changeup drops low.
He and Derek Barton both doing a good job taking the changeups. Ultra mode. Changeup, like circle changeup. Well, what a great feature.
That's awesome. Just missed low, and now it's 3-1.
Well, the challenge at 3-1 his last at bat when he crossed the home run to center. He's sort of a lot of change-ups and sliders in this at bat.
That one's drilled to right, and that's a base hit. Suzuki will stop at second. So a couple of hard hit balls, and the A's have back-to-back singles to lead off the 5th.
Terry Francona looks like he's going to the bullpen, especially after those 3-1 fastballs that both Suzuki and Jack Cust hit hard. He is.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up your oil change, tune up, and smog experts. Scott Atchison is coming in.
athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
3-2 Athletics. Clay Buchholz is.
You know what that look is?
Out of the game.
That's a look of, why did I have to hurt my hamstring running the stupid bases? I'm a pitcher. What am I doing on the bases now?
I miss a month, and then when I come back, I get taken out after 87 pitches. Drive to center. Cameron's going to get back. Suzuki's going to tag, and he will go to third as the throw comes back into second. So Kuzmanov, a productive out.
But you know, Clay Buchholz, 10 wins. 10 wins and on the DL.
I know. Probably missed, what, 4 or 5 starts?
They're pitching that well. They have to miss that period of time.
Plus, you saw the play. It was a
6-4 play.
Exactly.
Yeah. Easy double play.
He wasn't sliding. He was veering off to the right.
One start for Atchison of his 19. Fastball, low 90s. He does throw cutter changeup and curveball.
Ellis takes a bit high.
He is what you call the bridge. In between, trying to get to the setup and closers. By the time the starter goes out, 5th or 6th inning, get the middle relief guys.
Ellis, a line shot left field, and that's going to be down for a hit. Suzuki comes in to score, cuts to second, and it's 4-2. Darnell McDonald trying to make a sliding catch, could not do it, and it's an RBI hit for Ellis.
Well, that's 3 very hard hit balls in this inning, all singles, but very hard hit. Mark Ellis patiently waiting on the 1-0 pitch, and fastball set up inside, and he crushed it. And Kurt Suzuki almost came down the line, then realized line drive, better get back to the bat to make sure it drops, and was almost caught. So third base, you go back to bag when it's on the ground, score easily. In the air, you have to tag.
So 2 on, 1 out, and a run in for Matt Watson.
And he just started that smart base running by Kurt Suzuki, and once he saw the ball drop, then he could score easily. So, nice sound of the bats in this half inning.
And goes past the catcher Brown, and both runners are going to move up.
Target outside, the pitch way inside. And he's getting a pass ball, although positioning, and you figure you set up in a position, you think the pitch is going to be close, but look at the location of the pitch. But he'd probably say, first of all, that he should have caught it. Reaching back, just could not react quickly enough. But definitely set up outside, the pitch off the plate inside.
So Watson a chance to knock in a run, maybe 2. He takes a strike in the outside corner, 1-2.
1 would be great right now. Just somehow get the ball to the outfield or through the infield on the ground. Might as well have a good day. Get your first major league home run.
Lays off that pitch. Full count. Cust at third, Ellis at second, infield in.
First base open. No, lefty at the plate. Rajay Davis, a little bit more experience. The on-deck circle. Should be getting a pretty good pitch to hit.
And he swings and misses on a fastball in the outer half of the plate, and that's the second out.
And he goes outside, stays outside.
Right fielder.
A good pitch for Matt to take to left field, but a little bit tardy on the swing and no contact.
So Rajay Davis looking for a 2-out hit. It's outside. Rajay Davis reached on an error in the second inning, reached on an error in the fourth inning. Pops it up, and it'll be up over the Red Sox dugout. Boy, a hit here would be huge.
Or an error. John an error again, he'd take it.
But if you think of the 2 errors that Davis has reached on, slow hit to Beltre, fired the throw, that ground ball to the shortstop Lowry, threw it away. Both errors committed mostly because of the speed of Rajay Davis. Euclid missed the throw. Davis was right next to him.
And the old saying goes, it does not hurt to run hard 90 feet.
Especially if you're fast.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, and even if you're not, you give that effort, and the infielders see it and know they can't take their time.
Davis just able to stay alive. Setting up inside, and the pitch is low. So now the count is full. With Coco Crisp waiting in the on-deck circle.
A couple of runs for Buckholz out there. He's trying to get him in. Mr. Brown has had a pass ball in this half inning. He's also blocked a couple of balls in the dirt with a runner at third.
3-2 pitch. Davis, a line shot, center field. That's a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Ellis. He will score. And Rajay Davis will be tagged out, but a huge 2-run single by Davis with 2 outs. And the A's score 3 times in the bottom of the 5th to take a 6-2 lead. thanks to Rajay Davis' 2-run single. Well, that was a huge hit. Kevin Youkilis swings at the first pitch here at the top of the 6th. He has a base hit to left field.
Now Rajay worked the count, got to 3-2, and answers in a fastball down the middle, a little bit up. Rajay back up the middle, and the throw in. Cameron throwing to the plate, but cut off. And Mark Ellis, bottom of your screen, had to hurry. The idea of Rajay Davis to stop. He did not make it in the second, but I don't think it's going to be that close of a play at the plate anyway. But Rajay with the speed trying to get into scoring position.
Beltre, a pop-up, Barton over, and it's into the second row behind the Red Sox dugout. Barton, a quick trip into the Red Sox dugout. Now he's back out. So he was a Red Sox for like a half a second.
For a West Coast guy, he doesn't know if he'd want to go to the East Coast.
Probably not. Beltre is 1 for 2. He had an RBI single in the first. He drives to left center field and deep. That one is gone. Adrian Beltre has had a huge series. 2-run homer, and just like that, it's 6-4.
Fastball, similar to the pitch he hit for base hit up the middle. Gio would have taken a base hit. That ball, though, the Tommy Cam showing it had more of the plate, middle of the plate.
Beltre again.
Gio thought he was going to get under a little bit too much and stay in the park, but jagged edge at the 388, between 362, 388.
Beltre 7 for 13 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs in this series.
Call finally going to the bullpen. That's pitch number 99, and no movement until after the 2-0 pitch. Brad Ziegler.
That's a base hit to right field. Another line shot.
I didn't know if a call to the bullpen was necessary. As soon as there was a thought of somebody getting up, would be Brad Ziegler, who did not pitch. Well rested.
So single homer, single off Gonzalez here in the 6th inning after the A's scored 3 times in the bottom of the 5th. So that would be a no-go on a shutdown inning for Gio Gonzalez.
Kurt Young taking the slow walk out to give a little extra time for Brad Ziegler to get loose.
I'm used to seeing Kurt jogging out to the mound. He's slowing her down a little bit.
Well, that's all calculated, just to make sure. It gives you an opportunity. If you got a bad leg, you can take it easy. I don't know that Kurt's usually in pretty good shape. So Brad Ziegler hurrying to get ready.
Now batting.
There's our good man, Kurt Young. So here's Mike Cameron. Cameron is 0 for 2. First pitch is low.
Well, maybe Gio has not known what to do with run support. Some loud hits by the A's in their half in the top of the 6th. Same for the Red Sox. First 3 batters reaching.
That one's driven to right center field. Rajay Davis back in. Rajay Davis makes a nice catch. Rajay Davis saves the A's here in the 6th.
What a great running catch. And Mike Cameron thought he had a ball into the gap, and second and third, maybe even a run batted in. And as he approached first base, hands went up. But I'm sure with Mike Cameron, his Gold Glove ability in center field, he's had a few players of his own who've been upset when he's made a spectacular play, and Rajay just robbed him of extra bases.
So 1 out for Bill Hall. Well, if you don't get a good jump on a ball like that, you're not going to catch it. And he really got a good jump, did Rajai Davis. I've not seen him in right field much at all this year. Trying to think if he's been out there. I'm sure maybe he has a couple of times.
Well, he's worked on taking fly balls out there, but it's more center and left.
Wild swing by Bill Hall. The count is 1-1. So it was Ziegler. Now Ziegler sits down, and it's Henry Rodriguez.
I just said that. I didn't notice that. So I saw
He just started.
some guy throwing over the top. Fred Ziegler is not pitched, and if Andrew Bailey get in a close situation, Andrew, having pitched 2 innings last night, might not be available. So Zig, who's had experience closing, as has Michael Wirtz, could be possibilities. He's hope to get in that position where they have to worry about saving a game.
Well, again, Rodriguez, Ziegler, the only 2 guys that did not pitch last night. In fact, those 2 guys did not pitch in game 1 of the series either. (3-1) grounded. Ellis has it on the back end, flips to Pennington, spins around, double play.
Do it again.
Bill Hall fires his helmet in disgust. Wow, what a play. Check it out.
Mark Ellis, the spin by Pennington, and the strong throw. Unbelievable. Wow.
The real story was the A's defense.
Well, Mark Ellis up the middle of a flip, and what's the spin by Cliff Pennington? And his strong arm, of course, really helps him. And Ultra Mo, oh, here we go. Look at this, and the glove, Tom Atkins, our Ultra Mo cameraman today. And the spin by Cliff Pennington with the hard slide by J.D. Drew. Cliff Pennington unloading a bullet to first base, and boys did it last night up the middle. They did it again this afternoon.
I don't know which one was better.
Both.
Take them both. Coco Crisp leading it off. Fouls it back. Crisp has reached base twice on fielder's choice. So 1 for 11 in the series and make it 2 for 12. He singles right up the middle.
Oh, we got some freeze cam.
Oh, yeah. It's the Coors Light 6th inning, which means it's time for the Coors Light freeze cam.
Number 2, Cliff Pennington.
Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. So with Crisp aboard, here's Pennington. Pennington is 0 for 2. He walked in the 4th inning. He is also grounded out, struck out. Coco Crisp goes. Throw to second base is in time. He's out. Even a little double clutch by Dusty Brown, the catcher, but he still made a decent throw, and Crisp is out.
Now Coco slid right into the tag. Like a busted hit and run, and with a throw towards the first base side, a hit and run with Pennington going out of the strike zone, and that's the difference there. Coco with the throw up the line, still was thrown out.
To Pennington, drops low.
Slid right into the tag, and that's what Coco could do, especially on the hit and run.
Just like that, there's 2 outs as Pennington strikes out.
Now batting, first baseman, number 10.
So that'll bring up Barton.
Derek Barton.
So Atchison is looking for his shutdown inning. Barton a walk, a base hit, and a ground out. Takes a strike. 3 for 8 in the series for Derek Barton with 4 walks. So he now has 59 walks on the season. Breaking ball that bounces away from the catcher Brown.
Mentioned Derek Barton and Jack Cust, a couple of lefties with Buckholz throwing a very good changeup, and how they were patient. I mean, you could see the spin of the baseball, and especially with a changeup coming out of the pitcher's hand, just like the fastball. That's exceptional eyes to be able to be patient enough to take close pitches and not swing at a pitcher's pitch. Buckholz did well considering he had not pitched in a month.
Two pitch is hit down the left field line. Racing over is Darnell McDonald, and he makes the catch. Ruled a fair ball. McDonald tracks it down, and the A's do not score in the bottom of the 6th. California is brought to you by Round Table Pizza. Celebrating summer with baseball and barbecue, Round Table is back with their delicious barbecue chicken pizza. Get bacon barbecue flavor delivered hot and fresh to your door from Round Table. Call today. Delivered hot and fresh to the Oakland Coliseum. Home broadcast booth.
Or on the broadcast booth. We don't care. We'll share.
Start here. Well, we'll share a little. There's our guy. Look at him. Where is he? There he is, right below us.
Yeah.
So how about that? Fosse. Gentleman has a Fosse jersey on. Lady right next to him has an Eckersley jersey on. Didn't those two combine for a no-hitter in a different uniform?
Different unit, yeah.
And as I look at this gentleman, there's a signature, and it's got to be yours.
I hope.
It just wouldn't seem right if it was somebody else's. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Henry Rodriguez is in the game. The hard-throwing right-hander.
Triple digits on the scoreboard with that fastball. Looked like a pretty good strike. Called the ball.
Faces Brown, McDonald, and Lowry here in the 7th inning. So Henry Rodriguez back in the big leagues. Takes over for Gio Gonzalez, who goes 6 innings, 4 earned runs, and 107 pitches. Gio had a rough first inning, gave up just 1 run, threw a lot of pitches, and then tired a little bit in the 6th inning, but his defense picked him up. Did give up the 2-run homer to Beltre, so 6-4 is the score. Pitch. There's the good fastball, and Dusty Brown swings and misses. 99 miles an hour.
If you can throw that hard, just be able to control it, throw strikes anywhere close to the strike zone, it's going to be tough to catch up to it. Closer at AAA, but here, a setup.
It's like a Red Sox fan got himself a souvenir. So no secrets here, just straight heaters. That one on the stadium scoreboard said 101 miles per hour. Another 3-2 to Brown. This one's hit to shallow right field. Rajay Davis makes the catch. So that's the first out. Here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. You can log on to csncalifornia.com to post your question. Tessa from Pleasant Hill says, hey guys, will the A's be buyers or sellers at this season's trade deadline? After today, the deadline is 10 days away. Of course, that's July 31st. And at this time of year, there's always speculation of what will different teams do.
Well, we don't know, and
really,
there's only one man who really knows, and that is the A's general manager, Billy Beane. But it's nice for people even to think about it. And of course, the A's trying to stay close and a chance with a lot of games remaining against the Texas Rangers. Patterson pinch hitting for McDonald, and that's what you do. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, hit me if you can. This is 100 right down the middle to Patterson.
0-2 the count. 100 miles an hour, and Patterson swings and misses.
You know what you can put next to that? Put NC.
No chance.
Thank you. Just 100-mile-an-hour gas, and you can
now batting,
sit in the dugout, and you can watch and know you're going to get a fastball, but that ball was by Patterson, and just rear back and challenge it. Henry, 11 pitches, only 3 out of the strike zone.
First pitch to Jed Lowry is a strike. Lowry, a switch hitter. This is his first at bat on the left side.
Fans are starting to notice the radar gun on the scoreboard. That's 101 again.
It's a breaking ball.
Fastball grip from Henry. Effortless. Sounded like it's more than that. You throw this hard, you want to have a good catcher's mitch.
Yeah. Lowry, a walk and an RBI single in the ball game. Now the count 2-2. Fastball way inside. Lowry skips to get out of the way.
It'll be nice for Lowry to be the third out. And if David Ortiz is going to face anybody, it'd be nice to have him lead off the next inning. He is the on-deck circle now, and Big Pompeo seeing the fastballs thrown by Henry Rodriguez, all but one of his pitches. The 16 had in the fastball variety.
Pop-up foul by Lowry. May have swung at ball 4. So another payoff pitch. Rodriguez to Lowry. And another foul ball. 100 miles an hour that time.
You know, when Henry came up, 8 relievers were in the bullpen. Then when Dallas Braden was activated last night, Cedric Bowers was sent back to AAA. So he is with 2 lefties in the bullpen, and Blevins and Breslow.
There's the walk. So pretty good at bat by Lowry. He fouled off 3 or 4 pitches and ended up getting the walk. And here comes Ortiz. This should be a fun matchup to watch.
Now batting, number 34, David Ortiz.
Ortiz is 0 for 3 today. He popped out to short, hit a fly ball to right field, and struck out swinging. He's 1 for 10 in the series. Way high. Rodriguez out of the strike zone, missing badly to Ortiz. Ortiz with 335 career home runs. He is Ingro's starting to get his arm loose a little bit. There's his strike. Ortiz has the same amount of career home runs as Darryl Strawberry.
The Straw, though, hit his as a player, not DH.
Yeah. Way outside, 3-1. Of his home runs, 292 have come as a designated hitter. He leads in that category, most home runs by a DH. "3-1" is ripped foul, and Ortiz finally got a pitch he liked. Fastball on the inner half, and he get a good swing. So now full count. Lowry will take off with 2 outs.
Flip him a curveball. He's thrown one. 24. Throw him the curveball. You know you have to gear up. He's going to gear up just like he did on the 3-1.
Foul that one back.
So when a hitter gears up that much, he's going to start to swing as soon as the pitch is released. And a lot of times, if curveball is anywhere close, you might get a swing and miss.
Another 3-2. Lowry takes off. And he did throw a breaking ball, and it just didn't come out.
Yeah.
Stayed high and back-to-back walks. So now you're getting into the dangerous territory because Kevin Youkilis is coming up.
Well, he needed to throw the curveball he threw to Lowry. But you're right. When the ball came out of his hand, maybe just slipped and did not have the velocity.
So Youkilis steps in the box.
Now batting, number 20, Kevin Youkilis.
Did you figure out what that conversation was about?
Throw nice and easy. Listen to your catcher.
So that's what he was pointing to Zook?
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Just a guess. Fastball to Youkilis in for a strike.
Bob was saying if I could throw nice and easy at 98, 99, do that too.
Yeah. Youkilis is 2 for 3. He has singled twice and scored a run. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, says Alfonso Marquez.
Now that was a nasty curveball. That was a sharp breaking curve. Youkilis holding up his swing, but barely.
Now 2-1. Ziegler has been throwing, and he was up last inning, so he's really oiled up and ready to go. .29 pitches in this inning for Henry Rodriguez. And now 3-1. So Rodriguez got the first two guys. Brown on a fly ball to right. Struck out Patterson, but has run into trouble.
Say this would be his last batter?
Yes.
Yep. Beltre, who's been very hot today, drove in 3 of the 4.
He's got a fastball and he fouls it off.
So that one you want to put in play. Fastball, put it in play for an out.
So now the count is full. Lowry will take off from second. Ortiz will take off from first. Pitch is hit to right field. Rajai Davis back, and he's got room, and he makes the catch. So the Red Sox strand a pair. 7th inning stretch coming up. 6-4 A's. 6th inning or bottom of the 7th inning. And Kurt Suzuki to lead it off. Good afternoon for Kurt. He's been on base all 3 times. 2 singles, reached on a fielder's choice, and he has scored a pair of runs. Scott Atchison. This is his 3rd inning of work. The new left fielder is Eric Patterson. Patterson takes over for Darnell McDonald. Suzuki, a line shot. Patterson comes in and then goes back and makes the catch. So Patterson makes it interesting, but makes it an out.
Well, very hard. Too bad it didn't have a little more hook on it. He barely, as he came in, thinking the ball was sinking, and said it was taking off, and he made the adjustment, reached up, and it's a sigh of relief. Fortunately, because that ball hit him in the heel of the glove and rolled into the very large pocket. I think Zig's loose.
Brad Ziegler set down, and he's up again. Imagine we will see Ziegler in the 8th as Henry Rodriguez threw over 30 pitches in the 7th inning. Euclid handles the tough hop, flips to Atchison, and that's the 2nd out.
The A's have teamed up with Wells Fargo to support our local schools. Bring your new school supply donation worth $5 or more to this Friday's game against the White Sox, and you'll get a 2-for-1 field level ticket voucher for a future game. The Wells Fargo and Oakland A's school supply drive at every Friday home game this season through August, teaming up to make a difference.
So our first look at the Chicago White Sox this year. Trevor Cahill, Mark Burley is the pitching matchup on Friday. Mazzaro, Freddie Garcia on Saturday. And Daniel Hudson for the White Sox, and undecided for the Athletics on Sunday.
Pitcher pitched a perfect game last year. Will pitch Friday. Dallas Brayton pitched a perfect game May the 9th this year. Pitched last night. 2 perfectos in the house this weekend.
Kuzman off on the 0-2 pitch, drives one to right field, then it gets past J.D. Drew. And that's going to allow Kuzmanov to get to second. Drew took a bad angle, and it cost him. So it'll be a double for Kuzmanov, and that is the 10th hit for the Athletics.
Breaking ball stayed up, and Kuz, nice job going opposite field as he did last night on the 2-strike single. That's Bauman.
Now batting, second baseman, number 14, Mark.
Good swing on the high breaking pitch, a mistake.
Here's Ellis. Well, this game's got the look of one of those games where you probably want to get an insurance wrap to. Through just has that feel.
You know what Friday is?
What?
With Mark Burley pitching.
What?
It's an anniversary.
Okay.
Mark Burley's perfect game last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't either. I know where we were. We were in New York.
Delaire. Delaire knew it.
Yeah, well, Delaire knows everything. Delaire LaWours, our award-winning producer.
And he just said, oh, by the way. So, to come out and get a perfecto from Mark Burley. 1 year ago, probably has some highlights in that game. Some great plays. Well, as always, a perfect game.
Put it on the board, yes. Oh, that's only after home runs, right?
The Hawk. Can't wait to see the Hawk. 25 years broadcasting for the White Sox.
Well, the White Sox feeling pretty good about themselves. They have a 3.5 game lead in the AL Central.
Not long ago, they were counted out of any possibility of doing anything in the Central.
They're 52-41. Ellis with a walk. So a 2-out rally for the Athletics.
Terry Francona already out of the dugout. He makes the call to the pen.
So I think Scott Atchison certainly did his job. It was 2 2/3 innings. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Open up that 3-game series with the red-hot Chicago White Sox. Cahill and Burley in Game 1. Coverage begins at 6:30 with A's pregame live. After that, the ball game. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet in California. And there's also Dog Day at the ballpark. So Friday, the busy night, and it'll be the kickoff of that weekend series against the White Sox. Michael Bowden comes in. Bowden will try to get Matt Watson. The A's looking for some insurance runs. So Bowden, who pitched in last night's game. First pitch is low. Not only did Bowden pitch in last night's game, but he gave up the hit to Kuzminoff that won it. Outside, 2-0.
You know, all the players have been watching video with Adam Rhodes today after watching Bowden pitch last night for that okay delivery. As Kevin Kuzminoff told us, it's a little tough to pick up the ball.
Just a bit low, 3-0. Rajay Davis is waiting to hit in the index circle. And on 4 pitches, he walks Watson.
Well, I get to see a delivery in Ultra Mo. Brings the ball out of his glove, straight back, and then kind of behind his ear. Almost like a catcher. Right pitch out of the strike zone for ball 4.
Now ready. Right fielder, number 11, Rajay Davis.
So there's Gabe Gross, who's going to pinch run here in the 7th inning, and then he'll head out to the left field, or probably right field. Move Davis to left, we'll see. So Matt Watson, well, he's going to sit down and have a smile on his face. His first major league home run back in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss by Rajay Davis.
Rajay, big 2-run singles last at bat. Similar situation, and gave the A's the 6-2 lead.
That one, shallow left. Patterson coming in, and he goes into a dive, and he caught it. Patterson caught it, and the A's leave him loaded. That play saved a couple runs and maybe more.
One of 15,000 fans that day will receive a Brett Anderson jersey brought to you by Pepsi. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com. 877-493-BALL. It's a nice, crisp white jersey that you're giving away on Sunday. White Sox giving away, it'd be black jersey.
Yeah.
Because as far as the White Sox are concerned, good guys wear black. Rajay Davis moves to left field, and Dave Gross stays in the game. Rajay thought he had another 2-run single by Eric Patterson.
So Brad Ziegler takes over here in the top of the 8th inning, facing Adrian Beltre and then J.D. Drew and then Mike Cameron. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. 2-4 with a 3.86 ERA for Ziegler. Ziegler last pitched on Sunday in Kansas City. It's hit the shallow right field. Gabe Gross coming in. He's not going to get it. Drops just inside the line. And then Beltre scrambles back, and he just gets back. Like Gross threw behind him, and they almost got him.
If the throw's on the bag, he does. Derek Bart had to catch it and make a swipe tag as Beltre rounded the bag aggressively. No chance to go for 2. And Gross got it, threw behind, and they're just trying to tag as quickly as possible. See when Ryan Sweeney at the 3rd out with a base hit.
Would be 2. And it is. Just like that, J.D. Drew swings at the first pitch and hits it right back to Ziegler. 1-6-3 on the double play.
Talk about a confident pitcher and his throw to second. Brad Ziegler, watch this, catching the ball and immediately whirls around and throws to the bag. Knowing that somebody's going to be there. He knows Pennington, the shortstop, prearranged that he would take the throw. Brad Ziegler, what a great start of a 1-6-3 double play. No hesitation. Just throw right to the bag and know that your man's going to be there.
So 2 outs, and here's Cameron. Cameron is 0 for 3 today. He's 1 for 6 in the series. And he taps one. Kuzmanov throws in time, side retired. So Ziegler gave up the leadoff hit, but then does his job. Bottom of the 8th coming up, 6-4 A's. Here's our game summary brought to you by McDonald's. 4-8-2 for the Boston Red Sox, 6-10-0 for the Athletics. So the A's trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox before their off day tomorrow. Red Sox will head out of town after the game, and they will go to Seattle to open up a 4-game series against the Mariners. 10-game road trip for the Red Sox. Michael Bowden back on the mound here in the bottom of the 8th as Coco Crisp leads it off. Crisp, Pennington, and Barton. Crisp is 1 for 3, but he's been on base all 3 times. He's got a single, and he reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and again in the 4th. This one sliced down the left field line. Patterson dives. He's not going to get this one. It rolls past him into the corner. Here comes Coco Crisp around second, digging for third, and he will make it. It's a triple for Coco Crisp.
And if he catches the ball on one hop, keeps the double play in order, but diving forward made a great play. Rajay Davis, this one up short, and with the speed of Coco Crisp, this is how close. No contact. And not able to knock the ball down. And Coco, his 2nd hit of the day, and a big one. A lead-off triple, and watch him go. Show off running that fast.
It's his 4th triple of the year, and this is just his 24th game that he has played.
Oh, to have that kind of speed.
Infield in. Pennington hits one high in the air. Patterson and Cameron come together. It's going to be Cameron, and his throw to the plate is in time. The tag, and Crisp is out. A terrific throw from the center fielder Mike Cameron, and Dusty Brown again did a pretty nice job blocking the plate, and Crisp is out.
Well, it looks like it might be Patterson catching it. He does not have as strong of an arm. Mike Cameron does, and Coco Crisp going in with the head first, trying to reach between the legs, but the strong legs of Brown again blocking him off right there, and you just cannot get to it. Might have stuck his hand in, but at the same time, the foot leg blocked him off. He might have gotten his hand between the legs. It's a pretty neat move by Coco Crisp, but when you have that kind of a block by catcher, more times than not, it's going to go to the catcher.
That's the only way he was going to touch home plate.
The only way.
Watch the left hand.
Between the legs, there's the plate. He might have.
Well, he got it. He touched home plate. The question is, did he do it before the tag? Boy, that's really close.
Alfonso Marquez really could not see whether he was tagging him on the back before he got the hand in, but close enough that, I think I was safe. I think it was in there is what he's saying, and he would know.
Two and one to Barton, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. You be the judge, folks.
And see where Marquez, the home plate umpire, he's looking at the hand. He's looking straight down at the plate, not even really looking at Dusty Brown.
See, there it looked like he may have got his hand in there.
Yeah, and I think he did, because Coco would know where his hand was.
Right field. Barton get enough. It is fair ball. Bounces just inside the line, and Barton's got a double. So Barton gets his 23rd double of the year, and it just landed fair near the warning track.
It's going to land fair. It was going to go on the seats, hitting on the warning track, and it did. Actually, it did not hit right above, and I think they did. And it's been my mistake. That's Alfonso Marquez. It's Angel Campos, who is a home plate umpire on the plate to plate. I said Marquez. 23rd double for Derek Barton. I think Marquez rolled a ground roll,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he did.
Put the 2 fingers up.
To John Farrell, letting Bowden know just the situation.
The catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So Kurt Suzuki will hit. So a triple and a double in this inning, but no runs for the A's. Not yet, anyways. They have 12 hits. Bowden's first pitch to Kurt Suzuki is in for a strike. Kurt, a couple of singles and a couple of runs scored today. Michael Wirtz has been loosening in the A's bullpen, so he is ready to go. Breaking ball outside, 1-1 to Suzuki. In the 9th inning, the Red Sox scheduled hitters will be Bill Hall, Dusty Brown, and then the top of the order, Patterson. First they got Marco Scutaro, right-handed hitter on the bench, Daniel Nava, a switch hitter, and Kevin Cash, right-handed hitter. Those are the extra players for the Red Sox. Suzuki hits it high and foul to even up the count at 2-2.
Bowden's been throwing breaking balls at Kurt Suzuki. You'd think with first base open, not worried about pitching to Jack Cust, who's had a very good day. A couple of hits, 2-run home run, a walk.
Bowden is ready, and the pitch to Suzuki. It's lifted high and shallow, left center. Patterson makes the catch, and the side is retired. A couple of extra base hits for the A's, but they do not score. 9th inning coming up. Wirtz is coming in, 6-4 A's.
you by Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Yes. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. By Chevy, with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon. The signal is yours. Wield it to transmit anything you want. Verizon.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. Over 30,000 in the house this afternoon. They've seen a good ball game. 6-4, the A's lead, and we've reached the 9th inning. So Michael Wirtz comes on, and he's going to try to save it. The first hitter he faces is a pinch hitter, Daniel Nava. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Wirtz does have one save this year as he faces Nava. Marco Scutaro is in the on-deck circle, so Scutaro will bat next, and he will also be a pinch hitter. Nava drives one to center field, and coming in is Coco Crisp, and he gets there, and that is out number 1.
Time now for the Jeep drive of the game. He went to Japan, to Korea, to independent baseball, and congratulations to Matt Watson. Jeep drive of the game, his first major league home run, and if I were Matt Watson, I would have walked around the bases, considering as far around the world he has been to hit his first major leaguer. But congratulations, that was a home run to tie the game. Jack Cushman put the A's ahead 3-1. They have not trailed since. They're trying to keep the lead now with 2 runs in the 9th.
Here is Scutaro, and he swings and misses. Patterson is in the on-deck circle. Scutaro in this series 3 for 8. Scored a couple of runs, has walked a couple of times. Slider breaks outside, 2-1. Scutaro hitting for Dusty Brown. Nava hit for Bill Hall. Shot, and now the count is even at 2-2.
Well, last night, 10th inning, Bill Hall looked like he had a base hit. Pennington and the bare hand flip. Mark Ellis, and Hall does it again today. No wonder he's upset, because Mark Ellis and the 360 turn by Cliff Pennington with the 4.63, the 6.43. Guys are doing it all. Bill Hall might be crushing one of Mike Adamlum's lockers or something, but looked like he had 2 hits up the middle, but robbed on the middle infielders.
It's high to Marco Scutaro, so now it's a full count. Strike 3 call. Nasty slider, and Scutaro could not pull the trigger.
There's no way in the world you expect to get a slider. If you're up by 2 runs, 3-2, geared fastball, buckle, tip your hat. Marco Scutaro took it, and what a great pitch. You know the slider's back for Michael Wirtz. If he'll throw it 3-2 with 1 out, 2-run lead, and Marco Scutaro, no chance. Even if he had pulled the trigger, he had no chance. Perfectly thrown.
So here's Patterson. He takes a strike with a slider on the outside corner.
Patterson against Henry Rodriguez. 3 fastballs, average 99.5 miles an hour. First pitch from Wirtz, a slider right down the middle.
Fastball runs away from Patterson. This is his second at bat. Jed Lowry is in the on-deck circle. We'd prefer not to see him in the batter's box.
Or that guy.
It's up after Lowry. Doing 1-2 Patterson. And there's the slider, and Patterson waves at it 2-2. Patterson's going to go for a long walk, and now the straight crowd this afternoon up on its feet.
Slider in the dirt Monday night. About 10,000 of the Red Sox Nation were on their feet. A lot of red, waiting for Papelbon to get the foul out. A's fans turn to the page today, and they're on their feet looking for the foul out.
Slider and Patterson laid off, and it was a pretty good one. Dropped low, 3-2.
Going to throw the slider again.
That one's driven to left center field. Going over is Rajay Davis. He's got it, and that's the ball game. Michael Wirtz gets the save this afternoon. And the A's take the rubber game of this series against the Boston Red Sox. The final score, the A's 6 and the Red Sox 4. So the A's will go into their off day a game over 500. They are now 48-47. So the big crowd today, 30,456. A good share of them will go home happy. The A's get the victory. So a couple of home runs by the Athletics. Jack Cust, his came in the 6th. And let's not forget about the big one, and that was Matt Watson, first career home run in the 2nd inning.